Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to Grim Nasty TV. As I got some stuff going on with me that I want to share with you because I want to also acknowledge that this is almost kind of going in an order. Because when I mention the sheer mention of the whole Popeye thing, it comes right around the corner. Very interesting. Running top speed like Jackie Joyner. Check this out. Well, wait a minute. What am I saying here? Before I get into this, is something that people need to know is that the sun is the doctor. All right? They told you on the doctor's logo that the sun was the doctor, and you need to get the spear, and everything else was snakes. So they tell you that right on the doctor's logo. All right? Another example of that is this. Professor Puffendorf's Secret Potions is about the creator, and they always make her look different than what she looks, and make her look ugly or skinny or whatever. Kind of like the Popeye and olive oil situation, which I'll explain even further as we go. So they show you the fallen angel who's jealous, who plays the bad guy, who works for her, and gets jealous. It says, man, I want to take over your whole stuff. So, but keep in mind that the light is shining out of her forehead is the doctor. That's Mr. Cheeks. He's the doctor. So imagine a consciousness so expansive that you have a being living in your consciousness. It's amazing. So let's take a look at this. They show you that this being can create anything. If they want to, even humans, even the devil themselves can be a creation. They have unbelievable potential. So this is really about rats, but you're about to find out. All right, so this devil entity is helping her do stuff, and they try to make it look like, you know, she's a slave driving or something like that. It's fucking ridiculous. But all these technological advancements, this vast fucking laboratory of just amazing wonders, even a doodle-looking fucking entity here. Anyways, you see doodles in this stuff anyways. You see fucking doodles everywhere. But anyways, that's besides the point. Point is that this guy has been hating forever, and he eventually decided he wanted to take it over, and she loves the rats, which would be the people. They call us rats, these devils in here. So she loves the rats, and she's got the smoky fucking auroras, and the smoky is purple and green usually. So this dude's watching her, and he's just being shady, sweeping nasty shit on the rug, just being a douchebag. Then she decides, you know, I'm going to take off for a little bit, which was him calcifying us. So she takes off. He destroys the lab, just starts being stupid, doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, kind of like what I was saying before. Just mixes up shit. You start noticing monkeys coming out of trees, lion faces and shit, just weird shit. Like, then he paints a picture like he knew what he was doing. Anyway, he starts manipulating the rats and changing the rats' DNA and just doing all kinds of weird stuff to the people. Then eventually, in reality, he was only just extending enough rope to hang himself, because in the end, he goes too far, and then he ends up becoming a rat, and the rat switches places with him and becomes free. She comes back with this look on her face like she already knew what was going to happen. So it's funny, you know what I mean? So she's extremely precise, like Queen said. Caviar and cigarettes. Look at that. Look at all that. It's extremely meticulous. All right, so he ends up being the slave, running the hamster wheel, and then she leaves with the rat, and they end up going out and hanging out and being friends. And that's the end. So the thing is to know is that Mr. Cheeks is the doctor. So whatever happens while you're sun gazing and going through this, know that he's got you, and it doesn't matter, because you're going to go run into one of these entities and saying, hey, Mr. Daywalker or Mrs. Daywalker or whoever, or Mason, yo, man, I've got this weird thing happening, and I just want to talk to you about it. And if you talk about any of this stuff, next thing you know, you're gonna feel like you're dying or something. You're just, oh, now I need to take all these pills or whatever. So I'm just saying, and no offense, I do know that there's a lot of people out there that do mean well. So I'm not trying to bash anybody or a whole industry or anything like that. So these are just my opinions of things that I've experienced in my life. And Mr. Cheeks is the doctor. He heals everything. You want to lose weight, there's that. You have issues with thyroids, all kind of stuff. He balances out, redoes your brain and everything. All right, so here's one thing to see here is that your eye is going to go through a series of changes. All right, let me just pause this for a minute. Okay, so anything that happens, some people in the beginning, they'll experience wateriness of the eyes. That's just a detox of the eye mechanism. It's called christening, the christening. That's part of it. They've noticed a little bit of strain, a coiling sensation to the eyes where it feels like the eye is coiling around in there and it's like, that's part of it. If you feel any double vision, that's part of it. If you get any anything like the sun is strengthening you, so you're going to have issues where you might have a little bit of strain if you go intense at it and it just heals and you go up the notch. So there's nothing wrong with Mr. Cheeks at all, the way Mr. Cheeks does anything at all. So when I explain this to you, you know that he's a doctor. You saw the book, right? Professor Puffendorf, Secret Potions. Check it out. See what I mean? Aurora Borealis. So she's got the doctor in her forehead. And this Mr. Cheeks is very, like, he knows what he's doing. He just knows what he's doing. So you just got to know and trust Mr. Blue Magnum here of Zoolander. Knows what he's doing. He knows everything. He knows everything. He knows so much shit. It's fucking unbelievable. So what you're seeing here is the sun in heraldry with the sparkle. And he takes light and forms images around and does all kinds of stuff. But this is just an example of the diamonds around his head that show up. And it starts off like little black specks. And then on top of the black specks, it shows a white diamond sparkle on top of that once you get further. And then at that point, the sun gets larger and larger. So that's something you guys are also going to notice. And you want to pry the eyes open. What is happening for me is as I get up to this capacity, I start to realize and hold this top hat capacity. It starts to rupture more and more, but it's really stretchy, just like the long hats they tell you about. So you can hold it up there and it feels like your brain is like pushing up both lobes or something. It's like, what? And I just now got to the point where I got used to it, where I can sit like that for a while. And then when you come out of it, you're real dizzy right here, which is the brim of the top hat, Kundalini. And it's like a roller coaster ride. You're just like, when you come back down from that rush, it's like, man, like you touched the sky or something. You fell down like a free fall. It's like a rush, man. It's like, woo, woo, like your signal was way high and it just said, vroom. It's like, whoa, man, what a freaking rush, man. Woo. All right, so one time I noticed that this happened. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? And I went right out to the sun and he dries up. So he's drawing all this nasty stuff out. It comes out like that. Sometimes it bulges under the skin of the eye, which I was really like, what are you doing? And the next day it was ding. And I was like, wow, so all of it's white now. But there was more poison back there and it starts coming up. And now I have it kind of like a brown spot that's getting ready to be. It's just a little bit. So it pulls the mass out, man. And it's like, whoa. And it's just glue. Really, it's just glue. Once this is cleared up, your eyes start to focus and create a focus mechanism and a detox mechanism that feels like it's coming right out of the eyes. And all of this all together slightly just goes. And this happens when I'm fasting. The twinkles that happen in my view space that are keeping them from watching me, I guess, in this view space, these reptilians used to watch me all the time, but now they don't because of these twinkles. I used to get those when I fast. The mojo first appeared when I fasted last time when I was on the road and stuff like that, and I was doing the promotions. And that mojo appeared, and he was like, "Come on down!" Like this, all of a sudden, it was just weird. Like I was like, "What's that?" So, those twinkles and that character is now back, and it's very interesting because you get a sneak peek of it first, and then you come back. Like the unicorn horn came out one time when I stopped smoking weed for a little while, and then I went right back, and it was the first time I really benefited off of the most. And I realized that there was a love frequency, and I realized that buildings were constructs, and I realized that anything can happen in here. You can do anything in here, and I realized that, and I was like, whoa, I can be anything I want to be. Like I immediately realized it. So that's like the manifestation beautifulness that happens. It's all about the view. Seeing is believing, and believing is achieving. So it's about seeing it. It's about having the Popeyes to have the olive oil. This is like Big Trouble in Little China. The only one that could break the curse is the girl with the green eyes. That was the one that they said, I'm the one that jaded you, like on Aerosmith. So they tore the tree down, and at the highest peak, there's that green woman. So that's the eye zone from the each corner of the ice ring. So they say that's the whore's eye zone or the horizon. So they're just basically fucking with us. When they say stuff like hormones, they say, oh yeah, the hormones. And it's just, come on. What is a hormone really? But what I'm saying here is this is exciting because in this story here, Popeye was able to see her because she nurtures everybody. So this whole scene was changed, and she just stayed the same, but we all changed. And now we're looking at her like, what's up? How come in Robin Hood with the Jamie Foxx, you're going with the state, and then you're nurturing them, but then you're nurturing me. I don't get it, man. That ain't right. Jack Deebs. Hey, how come you want to nurture all these men and stuff? Man, that's weird, man. That ain't right. So that's what she always was, man. She was a divine feminine. And our fucking shit got switched around, and now we're looking at her like something's not right with her when something's not right with us. We're the ones that's fucked up. You got all these people talking about sacred sexes. I didn't say sex wasn't sacred. I'm saying people need to realize that it's your environment that's messed up. It's not her, and it's not people who are liberating themselves freely. It is the environment that is not accepting of it. People want to touch themselves. Let them do what they want to do with themselves. Just don't hurt children that are innocent. You know what I mean? And I'm sure she would fucking say the same thing. You know what I mean? So, all right. So this whole thing is just very interesting because this is cleared up the next day. And I was like, what? Whoa.